Ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor, don't get comfortable, Cosgrove. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present the Mayor of Fair Lawn, the Honorable John Cosgrove.
Thank you very much, Joe. I want to welcome everyone here tonight for this Adopt a Soldier dinner, and thank you for supporting this great cause. But before we get started, there's a few people that really have put this together, and the guy who really deserves a big round of applause is our former Mayor, Joe Tedeschi, who really was a driving force this year. Joe and I work very well together. He just tells me what to do, and I do it. But he's done a great job on this. And I got to tell you, you know, this all started a few years back with Joe and Albie Palmieri, who they used to cook in the kitchen together, but as they used to feud back and forth about whose sauce was better. But this dinner grew so large that we moved it here this year. And I also want to thank Albie for all the things that he's done for Adopt a Soldier. Their co-chairperson, former Mayor Steve Weinstein. Steve, where are we? Over here? Okay. To help us, and I want to thank all the former mayors of Fair Lawn and have them to stand up for co-sponsoring this. But I got to tell you today, I have the distinct honor and privilege. We have a wounded warrior with us here tonight. His name's David Bixler. And David, we attended Ground Zero today because David, who comes from Arkansas, went into the military because of what happened on 9/11. He's never been to New York City before. And today, thanks to Lieutenant Bob Kinnear's relationship with the Port Authority Police Department, we had the honor to go to Ground Zero and stand on hollow ground with a true American hero, David Bixler. David, please, raise your hand. I'm going to tell you, David, as the Mayor of Fair Lawn, you have the key to our city any day. But today we had an unbelievable day. We got to go to the memorial. We got to go into the new Freedom Tower. And David got to sign his name on the walls inside the Freedom Tower. And then as we left, Alan knew someone who was at Ladder 10, Engine 10 in the New York City Fire Department. So he said, why don't you come by, and the guys want to meet David. So we got there, and we got an engine company, and as we walked through the door, there's a big flag, airborne. That David's from the 101st Airborne. And they had a young man who served in the he served in the Airborne, and he was killed in 9/11. So I think it was a really special moment. And then as we were leaving, all of a sudden someone yelled out to me, hey, Mr. Cos, and a Fair Lawn resident, Vinny DiGennaro, is a New York City firefighter at Engine 10. So I didn't even know Vinny was there, but David, you are the best. There is no doubt about it. But I want to introduce now the man who started this all. He and his wife, Mary Edna, they're tireless workers. He's going to tell you how this got started. It's an unbelievable story of kindness, because this all started from an accident his wife had with a woman whose son was serving in the military overseas. So Alan, please come out here. Alan Kirchhoff, great guy, tremendous advocate for our people.
Thank you, Kaz. I'm not going to tell you how it all started, because I have 3 minutes, and Joe Tedeschi's and dinner. We're all going to want to eat dinner. But I will say that if you go to adoptasoldierplatoon.org, Adopt a Soldier Platoon, all one word, .org. If you go to the About Us section, you can read all about it. Our car was hit. We adopted a guy in the 82nd Airborne, and that's how it all started. I just would like to thank Lieutenant Kinnear. I want to thank John. I want to thank Tom Metzler, our town manager, for arranging the tour today. I want to also thank Joe, for arranging this dinner. But I just want to introduce a couple of people real fast. Some I know are here and some I don't know who you are. Of course, there's David Bixler, our wounded warrior, and we call him son number 3, Mom 2.0. I want to introduce Alan Virginia, our treasurer, and his wife Joan. Dennis Maloney, our assistant treasurer, and his wife Susan. Kim Daves, our project manager, and her parents Don and Chris. A Blue Star family, Joe and Jen Fiorito. Their son Joe is in Afghanistan right now. A Gold Star family, Dennis and Marion Zelinsky. Their son was killed in Iraq, in Baiji, Iraq, in November of 2005. They started a foundation and they do the most incredible work, and we partner with them from time to time. They're absolutely wonderful people, and Dennis's spirit keeps going on because of this wonderful mission that his parents have. We also have another Blue Star family, Mrs. Nelson. Are you here? Her son Stephen is in the Marines. I know she bought a ticket. Welcome and thank you for your sacrifices, and we wish your son a safe deployment. And there's another family, I'm sorry I don't remember the last name, Jaroslav. I think there's a family from Parsippany who is here, whose son is also in Afghanistan. Thank you very much.